Can everyone please join me for the flag salute and remain standing for our brief prayer? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Bless us, Lord, as we gather today for this Freeholder meeting. Guide our minds and hearts so we may work together for the good of our community. Help us to be generous in our outlook, courageous in the face of difficulty, and wise in our decisions. Amen. In compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act, this is to announce that adequate notice of this meeting has been provided. Also pursuant to the 2018 bylaws, rules, and regulations of the Board of Chosen Freeholders of the County of Burlington, time shall be set aside on the agenda for the receipt of public comments. Public comments will be received with respect to agenda items prior to board consideration of resolutions to be adopted. An additional opportunity for public comment will occur later in the meeting. Public comments shall be limited to 5 minutes per speaker. Unused time may not be transferred to another speaker. Persons may speak once per public comment period. I direct the Deputy Clerk to enter into the minutes of this meeting this public announcement and the advance written notice of this meeting. Freeholder Hughes. Here. Freeholder Pulliam.
Here.
Freeholder Singh.
Here.
Freeholder Tiber.
Here.
Director Gibbs.
Here. At this time, I'd be looking for a motion for the approval of the minutes of the regular meeting of November 14, 2018, as well as approval of the minutes of the conference meeting of November 14, 2018.
Second.
Pulley and Hughes, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. First portion of public comment. Public comment is for agenda items only. The second portion will be for anything else. Is there a sign-in sheet?
Just print my name.
Let's get you a stamp. Is this an agenda item?
Yeah.
Okay, go on up, Carol. And just state your
Carol
name.
Melvin, Springfield Township. It's Freeholder Hughes who will have the answers. G20, 21, 22, 23, and 24.
Yes.
I was just curious how many are helped, or in the Meals on Wheels, how many meals are served?
Meals on Wheels is over 100,000
Okay.
every year.
And how about, you do happen to know the number for 20, 22, 23, and 24 for number of clients helped?
It was in that memo. I have it right for you.
That was... All right, so...
Or you can get
for the Morristown visiting nurse was 51 clients. And then we're also looking for
tendering.
is estimated about 17.
17?
Yes.
Okay. 23 is visiting nurses again. I was just curious how many clients.
About 40.
And the 24 Senior Citizens United Community Services, do you know the number of that transportation?
Hold on. Got a lot of papers here. Hold on 1 second.
Not
They're all in different.
For Senior Citizens United is about 60 clients.
60? 60?
60.
Thank you.
Sure. Is there anything else like to come up for agenda items? Seeing none, I'll close this portion of public comment and move on to resolutions. And at this time, I'd like to make a motion to move items G1 through G16 by unanimous consent.
Second.
Second by Freeholder Hughes. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Freeholder Hughes.
Thank you, Director. I'd like to make a motion to move items G17 through G30 by unanimous consent.
Second.
Second by Freeholder Tiber. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Freeholder Pulliam.
Director, I'd like to move G31 by unanimous consent, please.
Second.
Second by Freeholder Tiber. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Freeholder Tiber.
Thank you, Director. I'd like to move resolutions G32 through G35 by unanimous consent.
Second.
Second by Freeholder Polley, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Now we're moving on to item H, nomination and election. Burlington County Bridge Commission for a 3-year term. I'd like to place John B. Comegno into consideration for nomination. Are there any others? Hearing none, I'll close nominations and ask for a roll call.
Freeholder Hughes.
John Comagno.
Freeholder Pulliam.
Abstain.
Freeholder Singh.
Abstain.
Freeholder Tiber.
John Comagno.
Director Gibbs.
Comegno. Questions from the press? Okay, now the second portion of public comment is for anything you'd like to discuss. Carol, you're signed in, so you get first shot.
Is there anybody else who wants to go? I'll be quick today. Pool update. First, there's RCBC's having a campus tour for potential developers next week. It sounds like there's going to be several days of campus tours. So again, the pool and the entire campus are in play. So my other question, or really the question is, the 3 of you who will be here January 2nd that are currently up, are you still committed to keeping the pool, or keeping a pool, and are you also committed to it being in Pemberton? Because what you stated earlier, a few meetings ago, was that there would be no interruption in services. Right now, June 7th is the current final day of the pool. That might change again. I don't see how a new pool could be built anywhere between now and, let's say, September 1st.
Freeholders, Pulliam, Singh, Tiber, you
Yeah, I'm
want to
keeping
comment?
Hughes and Gibbs out of this.
You don't, I mean, this, public comment, they don't have to answer you, but if they would like to.
It's up to them.
Freeholder Pulliam and I just had a meeting about half an hour ago to get an update on this. Unfortunately, we were removed from the updates. As of half an hour ago, we finally have an update where we may be able to give you information going forward on what's happening, but it was only limited, and there's really nothing new that hasn't already been made public.
Was that with RCBC that you were
No,
speaking?
it's just with our county staff.
Okay.
So, and that's it first since the election that we're able to get that update. So.
Okay. I will have, obviously, an update in 2 weeks when I come back to tell you how the tour went and how many developers were there. I'll try to get as much information as I can to you guys. And I still invite you all to come to the pool. It's great.
Well, now that I have a lot of spare time, I'll be
I
seeing you
even
there.
have pool passes still.
All right. Anybody else like to speak, public comment?
Yes.
Do I have to give my name and address?
Yes, please, for the record at the microphone.
Sure. Valerie Smith, 124 West 4th Street, Palmyra, New Jersey, County of Burlington. I've been here before. The last time I was here was March 14, 2018, and I provided everyone a packet of my POSHA complaints. I realize I've been in a lawsuit with Burlington County Bridge Commission for 4 years. I realize we can't talk about the lawsuit, but I'm here to report another incident that happened on September of this year. Now, mind you, I gave you each a packet at that March 14th, 2018, and another incident occurred with a police car being on the span during a bridge opening on the movable part of the span. Now, my real question is, well, I have a few, is why wasn't anything done? Why wasn't there any railing markers for the police cars to know where to stop? They relatively rotate these people in and out. After there was an incident on Mother's Day, 2017, where a police officer escaped death by a second, and I mean a second. He had just crossed over the break in the bridge. When you open the span, I was a bridge operator there for 11.5 years. When you open the span, if you're on this part of the span, you're looking down directly at water, where that breakable span moves. He had just crossed the break in the span, for the span to open. He was like this. A second earlier, who knows what would have happened. So I said, and my research has led me here. They answer to no one. Not the Federal Department of Transportation, not the State Department of Transportation, not POSHA, not OSHA, not the governor, not any of our senators, of course, Assembly and Congress. The Coast Guard has no jurisdiction over policy, training, and procedures. No one. does, except maybe you. Everybody has told me to come to the freeholders, that they're the overseer. Now, I also know of a direct conflict of interest, and I'm wondering if that direct conflict of interest did not keep this information from going any further than this room. I'm calling and I'm asking for an independent investigation into these allegations. I have a timeline. I have researched everything. I've given you that research. Now you can add the last case to it. Safety should be your number one concern. The citizens of not just this county, but really statewide, nationwide. People can be from Arizona crossing that bridge. They've come from all over and crossed the bridge. If they have relatives in the area, they drive across that bridge. The employees alone have the right to be safe in their jobs. You are the overseers. I don't know what else to say. They've destroyed government records. They altered logbooks. I know for sure. I've seen it. And you stand there and look at me like I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm determined. There's a lot of things that I can't go into regarding my lawsuit and the union. As a union member, Kate Gibbs, you should know that there should be a grievance procedure. Bridge Commission has no grievance procedure. They fired me. I had to go to them and ask for an appeal. It's ludicrous. They answered no one. And I'm not even going to address the conflict of interest that is here because I find it so sad. It's heartbreaking to me, and it should be to you too. And if that is anywhere quid pro quo, then there's some soul searching that needs to be done because they can't address the issues. They get an A in economic development, but they get an F in bridge openings. And their primary job is the bridge, not giving money out to all the different towns and counties, to the people and to run that bridge correctly. And they're just not doing it, and nobody's making them. So that's why I'm here. I don't know what you're going to do. I have another copy. Would you like another copy of the packet that I gave you?
You could give it to our county administrator. We can't speak to it because we're in litigation. There's just nothing I can say right now. I would urge you to continue to come here and address your concerns, but
I am.
But there's nothing that this board is going to be able to say back to you.
I don't expect them right now to say anything back to me. I hope they're going to take action. And I realize now with the election there's going to be a changeover. But this should be the most important thing on your agenda. This is not just one. There's multiple counts. Since before me, since they opened the bridge in Burlington with a mother and daughter on August 5th, 2014 at 9 o'clock at night, a mother and daughter in a Lincoln Navigator escaped death by seconds again. By seconds. That could be you. That could be any one of you or any one of your family members. And nothing. And they kept it out of the newspapers. They're above the law. They might have more power than the president for all I know. I can't be sure. But nobody can touch them except for you. You elect them, you put them in, not elect, but you put them into office. You should be holding their feet to the fire. Because the next incident that happens, how many incidents are going to happen and not have a death or an injury? And guess what? It will come directly back to you. Directly. Because you are the overseers. That's all. I mean, if you have any questions for me, I'm pretty informative on the information. But
unfortunately, your time wrapped up a little.
That's fine. I'm ready to go. Obviously, you don't have any questions. Good night. I hope you think about it.
Would anybody else like to speak? Seeing none, I'm going to close this portion of public comment and move on to comments by freeholders. Freeholders saying.
Thank you, Director. Valerie and Carol, thank you for coming, and we definitely hear you. But as the Director says, sometimes we can't just respond to everything, and sometimes we don't have all the information to respond to everyone. I see in the audience, Deputy Mayor Martin Knock is here from Burlington. Thank you for being here. And I see our committeeman-elect from Mount Holly, Jim, how do you see their last name? Kudian. There you go, from Mount Holly. So glad to see some new faces in here. Other than that, thank you so much for being here.
Freeholder Pulliam.
Yes, I just wanted to publicly thank all those who extended well wishes to me and my family on the passing of my mother a couple weeks ago, especially to the director who kindly sent a basket to our house. I thought that was admirable and really appreciate that. I hear, as Mr. Singh said, we did get an update on the status of the pool, and we are going to be looking at it, okay? So I wanted to go along with his sentiment as to where we are with that, okay? Other than that, thanks for coming and have a good evening.
Thank you. Mr. Tiger.
I have nothing to say. Thank you for coming out, everyone.
Fair news.
Nothing, Director.
Well, thank you everyone for being here and have a good night. This time I'd like to take a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Seeing fully and all in favor?
Aye.